Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Fentika Almalia, NPM 1916041056 from class Reguler B, majoring in Public Administration, Faculty of Social and Political Science, University of Lampung. Here, I will explain the problem of regional head election during the COVID-19 pandemic in Indonesia. The world is currently shocked by the outbreak of the coronavirus, which has become a global pandemic. Indonesia first confirmed the COVID-19 case on March 2, 2020. What is COVID-19? COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered type of coronavirus. Coronavirus is a group of viruses that can cause disease in animals or humans. Several types of viruses are known to cause respiratory tract infection in humans, ranging from colds, the more serious causes a middle-aged respiratory syndrome, and severe acute respiratory syndrome. One by one, the victims died because of contracting the coronavirus. People can catch COVID-19 from other people who are infected with the virus. COVID-19 can be transmitted from person to person through the mouth or nose that comes out when a person with COVID-19 coughs, sneezes, or talks. COVID-19 can indeed infect anyone, but the effect will be more dangerous if it attacks the elderly, pregnant women, smokers, and people with weak immune system. Because it is easily transmitted, this disease is also at high risk of infecting medical personnel who treat COVID-19 patients. Therefore, medical personnel and people who come into contact with COVID-19 patients need to use personal protective equipment. It is undeniable that the coronavirus is shaking human civilization in the world. Each country through its authority asks its people to stay at home, always wash their hands with running water, wear masks, carry out physical distancing, and even carry out lockdown to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Not only apples, but strict rules and prohibition for doing activities outside the home. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Indonesia will hold regional head elections simultaneously on 9 December. This has become the public spotlight, which has drawn protests from various parties because the government decided to hold the regional head election on December 9 after several delays. There are many reasons for and against. As part of the decision, simultaneous regional head election open up the potential for a more massive virus transmission in the community. Because it needs to be postponed until the pandemic conditions subside and it is possible to hold regional head election simultaneously. On the other hand, regional head election must be held to find leaders who can cope with the pandemic to its full potential. The government decision causing reaction and critique from the public, one of which is by the two layered Islamic organization in Indonesia, namely Nahdlatul Ulama and Muhammadiyah, whose government are two organic regional head election and prioritize the safety of Indonesia from the coronavirus. As a result, there are concerns that the regional head election, which will take place on December 9, will give birth to new cluster. Considering that regional head elections are conducted by involving and gathering the community, if this happens, it will worsen the health infrastructure if the number of positive patients continues to increase. However, criticism from various elements seems to have no effect. The government insists on holding regional head election in December on the pretext of using a well-prepared health protocol. In this regard, the government requests that the holding of regional head election will be carried out in accordance with clear and firm health and law enforcement protocol to anticipate the transmission of COVID-19, because at least from now on the government still has time to prepare all matters related to regional head election. The government also stated that postponing regional head election will not provide clear certainty because no one knows when this pandemic will end. So what can be done is to hold regional head election, of course, with clear and strict health protocol procedure. The protection of the community against government decisions related to the holding of this regional head election will potentially manage the community-wide group. In a pandemic situation, becoming wide group may be the most rational choice, considering that health and safety must come first. If the government continues to hold the race, it is not impossible that public trust in the state will also decline. The election organizers of the General Election Commission are trying to prepare health protocols that must be obeyed to prevent COVID-19. There are 15 new things in the voting process at the polling station in the 2020 regional head coach. This new regulation regulates things that must be obeyed by voters and polling officials. 1. The number of voters for one polling station is reduced from a maximum of 800 to a maximum of 500 people. 2. The hourly attendance of voters at polling station. 3. When voters queue outside or inside the polling station, the distance is arranged so that there is no crowd. Shaking hands are prohibited, especially between officials and voters. 5. Portable hand washing equipment is provided at the polling station for voters before and after voting. 6. Officers wear masks while on duty. Prepare 3 replacement masks while on duty. Voters are expected to bring their own masks from home. 7. Officers wear gloves while on duty. 8. Vote is provided with plastic or disposable glove. 8. Officers wear face shield while on duty. 9. Each voter is expected to bring their own stationery from home to cite the attendance list. 10. In each polling station, dry tissue is provided for voters who have finished washing their hands before or after voting. 11. Officers on duty must undergo a rapid test before serving so that they are believed to be healthy or do not endanger voters while on duty. 12. Every voter who will enter has his body temperature is below standard. It is permissible to vote inside the polling booth. 13. The polling environment was disinfected before and after the voting and counting process. 14. Every voter who finishes voting no longer dips his finger in the ink bottle, but the officer will drop the ink. 15. If there are voters whose body temperature is above the standard, then they are welcome to vote in a special voting booth, which is different from the voting booth inside the polling booth. Finish. Thank you for watching and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.